Nobody's got a happy dad?
A happy dad?
Yeah.
What's a happy dad?
Nelk boys, the happy dads?
Well, that's not my demographic.
Okay.
Or I guess I'm not their demographic.
It's a, what's it called? A Celsius liquor drink?
Oh.
Yeah, happy dad. Steve will do it. The Nelk boys. Never.
So I would ask you how you're feeling, but you seem like you're feeling quite nice.
I'm feeling better, you know. That was a tough fight. But I knew what I was getting myself into, you know. Two-time LFA champion. LFA is a well-respected organization. And he was tough everywhere. He's a black belt. He's got 4 knockouts. The last opponent he fought, he knocked him clean out. But I don't think he landed a punch on the feet with me. Maybe a punch to the body, if I can remember. But I do remember a hammer fist at the end of the 3rd round hit me right on the chin. That was a good shot, but I ate it.
So was there anything about him that surprised you besides the fact that he didn't strike on his feet?
No, I mean I knew what I was getting myself into. You know, he's a tough competitor, and like I said, he's good everywhere. But you know, I was in shape. I'm ready. I proved that anybody, anytime, any place. You know, Clayton Rodriguez pulled out 6 days ago, and they offered me one opponent, and that was Carlos Mata. And I said, I do not care. You know, I messaged Dana White, said, dude, it doesn't matter who you put in there. We're fighting. You know, this is how I provide for my family. This is the only thing I do. You know, I don't have a plan B. It's plan A. And I wanted to prove to everyone who believed in me, everyone who bet with me, that they were right. You know, tonight they were right.
When you're that close to a fight, do you have to, you know, readjust your game plan, or are you the type of fighter that goes in and it doesn't matter who it is, you have a game plan for whoever it is?
You know, you can just go off of what you see, you know, from past fights. And my coach, Chad Schaefer, he, you know, he emulates the opponent and tells me what they're going to do. He's really, really good at, you know, breaking these guys down. And everything he said that Carlos was going to do, he did. You know, he's going to attack my calf, throw the hooks to the body. And that's exactly what he tried in the 3rd round. Tried those hooks to the body. And I was ready for him.
Who do you want next, and when do you want to get back in there?
You know, I'll fight anyone. But, you know, I think we got some unfinished business with Clayton. He pulled out 6 days ago. No explanation. Just went MIA. You know, all I heard was he was injured. That's it. They didn't say, hey, you know, I'm going to be out till, he didn't say, hey, I'm going to be out till March, February. It was just, I'm injured, I can't make it. That's it, you know? So, I mean, you're the journalist. Has he said anything?
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah, so we just, what's up with that? What happened, you know? Let's get that rescheduled. That's only right.
And I have a fun one. It's a little Halloween theme back here with that skeleton over there. I'm wondering, what was your favorite Halloween costume as a child?
I remember one Halloween I dressed up as a girl. I was just a kid and I didn't have a costume. And one of my girlfriends was like 4th grade. She was like, well, you dress up as a girl and I'll dress up as a boy. And I was like, all right, let's do it. And so we got this Halloween picture from 4th grade of all of us. And it was just a good memory, you know, because we went around the neighborhood just trick-or-treating with a group of friends from elementary school. And that's one I remember.
You're going to have to share that picture on Instagram later.
All right, I will. I'll tag you on Twitter.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right.
Hey, Cody.
What's going on?
2 of your favorite fighters, Jeff Molina and Jimmy Flick, are fighting early next year. Is that a fight that you're looking close to? I know that you would love to get that Flick fight back, and you've been calling Jeff out for a minute now.
You know, it doesn't really matter. Timing is everything. You know, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, like I said, you know, we got to move forward, and I think we got some unfinished business with Clayton You know, I think it's unprofessional to pull out of a fight with no explanation. You know, he could at least tagged a journalist or tagged me or had an explanation. But just for you to say I'm injured, I'm out 6 days before a fight, this is how I put food on the family for my, this is how I put food, on the plate for my family. This isn't a joke.
When you get that phone call 6 days ago that you don't have an opponent, like what goes through your mind? Like, is it kind of like, man, I wasted so much time and energy, or is it just like, I'm fighting no matter what?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of thoughts going through my head, but luckily Mick Maynard's one of the best in the business, and he offered me a replacement, and I took it. So thank you, Mick. Thank you, Mick Maynard.
Awesome. And then finally for me, do you have a favorite horror movie?
I do like Halloween movie. I watched it on the plane ride here.
Awesome. Thank you.
Cody, congrats on the win. Speaking of horror movies, it was scary how dominant you were in there. But what's kind of odd is that 29-28. I don't see what round wasn't yours.
Yeah, I don't either. The only round I can think of is the last round, That was a little bit of a scramble, and he got on top. He did really good at not letting me land my strikes and keeping my arms tied up. Using his knees, the knee shield, and just keeping his left hand on my head, pulling my head down, and having me clear his hands. So that's why I couldn't land as many shots. But man, that 1-2 down the pipe put him on his butt early in the first round, And I kind of ended up in a bad position. He was facing away from me, and I was on top after that. But it wasn't a good position for me to land strikes.
Sure, no, great observation. And let me piggyback off of that if you could kind of assess your performance, because you said that he was good everywhere, but you were just a little better, just a step ahead or two, and looked like you were just dominating in there. And on the mat, you look real comfortable, though, with the scrambles and getting position. Yeah.
I remember he was saying something. I think it was at the end of the second round or third round when I was on top, and we were in my corners, because the whole first round we were in his corner. And the second round we were in my corner, and he was saying something like, this is a fight. And I just remember saying, shut up, landing an elbow, because he was referring to I was wrestling him. And he was like, come on, man, this is a fight. And I was like, shut up. And then I put my hand over his mouth, and then I elbowed him. So I thought that was pretty funny.
Right on, man. And some fighters talk about tape. That's not a big deal. It is studying the opponent. You mentioned that the corner had him, figured out. Like, we expect this, expect that. How big is looking at tape on your fighter? Because you knew he was a former champion, and, having a game plan and sticking to it.
Dude, I watch every single flyweight in this division, even out of the UFC. I've been watching Carlos. I'm a fan of the sport. And when this fight card was losing fights left and right, that was in my mind when they offered me the new fight. My game plan is, how I go by is what's best for the sport, what's best for the company, and what's best for Cody Durden. And when I saw the fights losing, the fight card losing fights, I just knew that, hey, I had to step up. It's time to step up. I am either who I say I am or I'm not, and I'm a fighter.
Yes, sir. Congrats. You definitely stepped up and performed. Congrats on the win, Dorn.
Thank you. Thank you. Let's go.